Hello everyone, welcome back to Breakage Barriers. My name is Blessing, aka Lady B. Okay, so women as spiritual beings, it is the common belief that men are physically stronger than women, and some also believe that women are spiritually strong. The belief is that the men have physical strength while the women have spiritual strength. What do we mean by spiritual? For all humans, we are all spirit beings embodied in flesh. But for us to be able to operate on this earth, we've got to be male and female in the physical realm. We are male and female. And it is this male and female that helps us to procreate and to be able to complement each other. Just like you have in every creature, there's male and female. When it comes to the sun and the moon, they complement each other. When you look at nature itself, it's a replica of how humans relate and how humans are to one another. So for some humans to now believe that one is superior than the other, it's an imbalance in nature. Because when you look at nature, the way nature operates is always on a balanced note. So humans now operating in a patriarchal order brings an imbalance in the way we relate with one another. And that's why there's a lot of division, contention between both genders in the human space. So since we are both spirits beings, in the spiritual realm, there isn't anything like male gender or female gender. We are just spirits beings. And which shows in the spiritual being, there must be oneness, unity, and togetherness. So there's no patriarchal system. Competition most likely might not be there. If this happens to be your first time of coming across my video, do consider to subscribe by pressing that red button down there in order to subscribe, alongside the notification bell, which will notify you whenever I upload, so you can watch more videos from this channel. Spirituality is about relationship. Relationship in the way we treat one another. Relationship in the way we see one another. Relationship in the way we relate with one another. And this is where spirituality and religion comes in. But this I'm going to be specifically talking in another video. Moving forward on this topic, I found that in the ancient African spirituality, women were assigned important roles to be able to complement the men. So, in the ancient African spirituality, men were providers and protectors. For example, in the ancient African spirituality, men were hunters. So they go out there to hunt, come back home with whatever they've hunted, and the women make something beautiful out of that. So women were good managers. The roles women played in the ancient African spirituality were to give orders, make decisions, enforce obedience, give guidance to their children and welfare. They were household managers, providing food, nutrition, education, family planning. They were entitled to properties. They engaged in trade and could exercise rights to even divorce their husband. That I find very interesting. Women were into important roles in politics. Women were queens in the ancient African spirituality. It is from this ancient African practice that the British got the ideology of the establishment of the queen. And you can see how that concept goes, how important the role of the Queen of England is. She holds a very important role. pre-colonization, that was how the African system operated. And it was successful because the place of the woman mimics how the establishment of the role of the Queen of England is. So the African woman was more of a queen, and that was her role in the ancient African spirituality. So to my African fellows, women are not meant to be subordinates. Women are complementary to the male counterparts. In some traditions, the men are labeled as alpha, while the women are labeled as omega. The alpha male expands polarity, while the omega female contracts polarity. So, if the male who expands polarity is allowed to continuously expand polarity, there will be an imbalance in society. But the female has been provided as contracting polarity. When we infuse the male, both the alpha and the omega together, this is where the oneness comes into place. This is where togetherness comes into place. This is where balance of how this system of alpha and male is supposed to operate. This is where all comes into place. And that's where the concept is in the Bible that says when a man and a woman comes together, they become one. That's where the concept came from. This is oneness. And so when some preachers preach that the male is meant to be above the woman, it's toxic preaching. That's not in connection to nature. The natural way, as we have found in the ancient African spirituality, is the complementary way. We are both spirits beings, but women exhibit spiritual strength, while men exhibit physical strength. One cannot do without the other. We both need each other. That's why we can procreate. That's where and how we can relate without any necessary contention for position or power. With this, I say thank you very much for watching. Do come back to watch more of our videos from this channel, and I'll get to see you next time. Do take care now. Bye.